Hi, my name is Cassie Seal, and I am your alignment coach. That means that I help you come into alignment with your highest and best life that you came here to lead. So whether that means helping you heal from a physical condition, whether that means helping you heal a relationship that feels challenging, whether that means helping you show up to work that feels fulfilling and purposeful, I help you understand what it really means to be in alignment with that vision that you have for your life. So one of the things about alignment that I understood early on in my career as a doctor of physical therapy was that alignment was essential in order to release my patients from their pain that they were experiencing. If the bones of the body, if I couldn't get them back into alignment, the pain wouldn't go away. If I could get it back into alignment and teach them how to hold that alignment, their pain would go away. And through a course of working with patients to get their bodies out of pain, I started to realize that there was much more than just physical alignment going on. There were patients where we would restore the physical alignment and we would do exercises to reinforce it, and they would come in with 10 out of 10 pain and leave with 0 out of 10 pain, only to return a day or two later with all of their pain back again. And I really dove into studying the human body to really understand why that was and what was going on and why they weren't able to hold the alignment. And what I discovered is that it's not just physical alignment that matters, it's our mental, it's our feeling, our emotional state, and also our belief systems that influence the alignment of the physical body as well. And so when I say that I'm an alignment coach, I'm helping you align all aspects of your being, your physical, your mental, your emotional, your social, your career, all aspects. They all matter and they all tie into your well-being. So there are two things that are important for me to share with you before we begin our work together. And the first is the concept of context. So context is the setting, the circumstances, or the perception in which we view our world. Our experiences influence the context or the perception that we have of the world. And why this is important is because the way in which we view, whether it's our symptoms or the challenges that we face in our life, matters. The way in which we view our symptoms matter. And what I want to share with you is a short story about an experience I had a few years ago when I was teaching a workshop. It was about a 5-hour long workshop. I was the last presenter to speak, and many of the presenters before me were colleagues of mine or friends of mine that I knew quite well. And I was really nervous to speak at this event. I spent the entire time, I listened to all the other presenters, and I was constantly comparing myself to them and feeling really unworthy of being there, feeling really self-conscious, and feeling not good enough. So by the time it was my turn to talk, I was extremely nervous. I felt like I did a terrible job. I didn't have the impact that I really wanted to have. And about 2 hours after the event, my body responded by having my first migraine experience. It was about 5 or 6 hours of torture. A lot of pain in my head, a lot of nausea, a lot of vomiting. I was quite miserable during that time. And I remember laying on my couch, and all of a sudden this realization came through to me that I wasn't, like, my body wasn't punishing me, because there was a part of me that was like, I did it, like I did this thing that was really hard, like why am I, like feeling like I was being punished by having these symptoms. But what I realized in that moment was that my body was actually helping me to discharge all the negativity that I had accumulated over the course of that workshop the night before. And the second that I not only realized it, but really accepted that as my truth, as the way in which I chose to view the experience that I was having, all of my painful symptoms subsided over the next 10 to 15 minutes. They completely went away. And I just sat in appreciation and gratitude for what my body was doing for me. And so the reason I share this story is because it's incredibly important to understand that The way in which modern medicine tends to view symptoms is that they are a problem with our body that needs to be fixed. And I'm here to tell you, your symptoms are not your problems. They don't need to be fixed. It is just your body helping you to understand what it is that you need to know. And so the second thing that leads me into the second thing, which is that we all have what I call an inner wisdom. It's this part of us that knows exactly what's going on, knows why the symptoms are there, and knows exactly what you need to do to come into alignment with being healthy, being healed, being whole in your life. And what I've learned to do, your inner wisdom speaks to you in a language, right? And I've learned to interpret this language, and I've learned to help my clients interpret what their inner wisdom is telling you. And what's important to understand is that our inner wisdom speaks to us through our symptoms. It speaks to us through our sensory systems in the body. So all your symptoms, your pain, your feelings, your emotions, all of those things are just your inner wisdom trying to communicate with you. And when we change the lens through which we see our pain and our struggle and our symptoms, it's a game changer. It changes everything, and it empowers us to move forward in a way that feels good to us and puts us on the fast track to exploring what it means to really truly heal, to really truly come into alignment with the most wonderful life for ourselves. So if this intrigues you, if you feel curious to explore this a little bit more, this is my invitation to you to sign up for a free 30-minute consultation with me to explore what it is that your inner wisdom really wants you to know, so that you can lead and lean into your highest and best life. See you soon.